Pro boxing fans here with PBK, Josh Kelly. Josh, nice weather outside. We're here on Friday, a day before the day that you were supposed to fight. How are you? How's things? How are you mentally? How's everything else going on?
It's good, mate. I'm saying good. It's as good as it can be. I was saying I'll be weighing in today, so it just gets us thinking. We fight tomorrow, and I'll be going off, boy. Instead, I'm isolating and looking after the baby and doing little jobs around the house. It's just it is what it is, I guess. But got to get through it somehow.
What are you doing? Basically, when I was looking at Eddie Hearn's Instagram, he was talking about learning a new language. Mick Conlan is baking cheesecakes at the moment. Well, what's Josh Kelly doing to keep himself occupied?
Yeah, I'm gonna join Mick on this cheesecake thing. I'm not even lying to you. Like I watched today because I want to bake something. I want to bake something mad today.
Okay.
I'm still training. I did some hill sprints this morning. I'll do some bag work tonight. Hopefully, get the bag sorted outside because it needs drilling at the wall and everything. So
Okay.
I'm not. I'm going to be a handyman as well nowadays. So I'm going to do all that. But just stuck in the house. I'm going shopping. I want to brave the shops today.
Okay.
I've been committed to brave the shops. So I'm going masked up. I'm going CP coat all the way up. Bomb.
Social distancing, man. Social distancing. That's what you got to be doing, mate. 2 meters away from everyone.
I see.
Let's talk about. First of all, let's just talk about the coronavirus. Obviously, a lot of negativity around at the moment. A lot of people are uncertain on what's going on. You're an athlete. A lot of people look up to people like yourselves. Look up to footballers and everything else. Just a positive message from yourself for people out there who don't know what's going on.
Listen, it's just none of us have ever experienced this in our full lives. Like not my granddad, not the oldest relative has ever experienced anything like this. So we got to just sort of keep a routine. You got to keep a routine. That's the first thing. If you don't have a routine, you're gonna go stir crazy. Like you're gonna absolutely drive yourself mad. Like the first week or so, I didn't have any routine whatsoever, and I found it so hard. I was just sort of just sitting in the house, just thinking, I'm so bored, I'm cracking up. And then next week, I just started to say, right, every morning I'm getting up, I'm doing this. Every afternoon, I'm doing this. And in between, I want to try and get the baby off for a walk and this and this, and it's just the days seem to be flying by. But you just got to stay healthy, stay in your house, keep eating healthy food, obviously, as much as you can because it's going to boost the immune system.
Yeah.
And I said, just keep healthy, really, and ride this out. If you decide after to lose your head, then you're gonna not be in a good place. So
fair enough. I just want to talk about the disappointment with yourself then personally. You went out to Marbella. I seen yourself and Mick go out to Marbella. People don't understand boxing. You pay your own money to do these training camps, and only when you get paid you pay out the rest of the team. From what I know, in this situation, your fights got cancelled. Just talk to me about sort of the disappointment that you felt.
I mean, it's a mad one because it's something what you can't like. Got took out of our hands totally. Like it weren't like anything what's ever happened before in the past. It was like it just got totally shut down. So it was just, what could we do? Like literally, what can we do? I was sat there the first couple of days, like stewing over it because it was the best training camp I've had. I personally, I paid good small partners to come in. I went out and did work in Marbella and I did everything perfect. The weight was perfect and I was feeling strong and ready. Mentally, I was in a good place. So that was the frustrating thing about it. It was like, I personally felt I was in the best shape of my career. And everything from bringing like sparring partners over from Russia to spar, everything was perfect. And now I'm thinking we should kind of repeat the camp again, exactly like as perfect as that or even better. So it's like, you got to be positive looking in the future. I feel as I can easily do a camp as good as that with the mindset I was in, but it's just more like where I was at and the time in the fight. I thought it all come perfect for me. But That's a frustration part. That's a frustrating part. I've sat there for a couple of days chewing about it. Like I said, then I thought to myself, look, this is a national pandemic. There's boxing and there's life. You know what I mean? There's life outside of boxing. Boxing's everything. Us boxers when we're in it, but when you take a step outside and you see the amount of lives which just been lost, like lives. Yeah, I mean, you sitting here now, healthy, happy, talking on this camera. There's people not doing this now. Just because of this virus. Obviously, that going on a daily basis, anyways. But this virus is highlighting how quickly just your life can be took through illness. So we're healthy and happy, and we just need to thank God that we're here and we're able to do this. But like after a couple of days of thinking that way, I just thought, look, I'm looking young, running about in the back garden with a kid. I'm healthy, and the fight's going to come and it's going to happen. So all I've got to do is just keep myself in a routine and just basically be thankful for what I've got. So
I know it's very uncertain times, but has Eddie spoken to you about possibly putting you on a different card later on in the year? Because I'm not sure if Eddie knows what's going on himself, because we don't know when.
I haven't had much contact with Eddie because obviously it's been just mad, isn't it? So I've just been keeping myself to myself really. When I have when this time is like this, I sort of like to keep myself to myself and just sort of take my head away from boxing, because when I'm in it, I'm so in it. Like everything's news is coming, this is coming, that's coming, and constantly ears out for little things and training. It's just always boxing, watching boxing. So I'm so boxing orientated when I'm in a camp that when I'm outside, I like to sort of. I still watch it a lot. I'm a student of the game. I love watching all the old school fighters and the lads I like in this day and age. But other than that, I just sort of forget about it until this pandemic's over. Because personally, I don't think we'll be fighting till after the summer, maybe even September time. Because this is mad. It's mad.
You know, with things like this, like I said earlier, that boxers, or you fund yourselves, you get your purse, you pay your people around you. If a fight doesn't happen, you don't get paid. That's as simple as that. Do you feel like, with yourself, obviously, you know, you're an Olympian, so you've had, you've got a good backing with Eddie Hearn, you've got Sky Sports on your side, but there's a lot of people underneath you who haven't got that sort of luxury. They maybe come up the small hold shows and they're still in the small hold shows routes. And they're going to be losing a lot of money. And people need to live. This is where my question is going. That do you feel like there needs to be funding put in for maybe like emergency times for fighters, for yourselves, for people in the small hole route as well?
I think it would be unbelievable if there could be some sort of funding there for people like that, because it's hard. It's a hard game, mate. It's a hard sport. Like even now, if I didn't see the money that I previously got paid of different fights, I wouldn't be in a good position. I would be in like sort of, I'm starting to struggle here a little bit. I'm lucky enough that I have had good fights and I have saved the money. So like it's but like you said, when people are on the small horse shows and stuff, they've got to find money from elsewhere, and they've got to find sponsors, and they've got to keep the sales going. So it's well hard. I talk to people on regular who sort of in boxing now, saying it's mad. Like what am I going to do these next 2 months? What am I going to do? And it's crazy to think, like I was saying before, like my family, like my dad's a taxi driver, and my mum got dogs for a living and literally got no work on whatsoever. And like there's no one wants to taxi because no one wants to jump in the taxi where other people's been. My dad doesn't want to really drive people about in taxis, coughing and all that. So my mum can't get work because she's not going to anyone else's. So she's affecting everyone's life. I mean, and like you see in boxing, we only get paid when we box. So it's like, what can you do? I don't know. We're in a tough position, and we just need to all come together as a community and sort of ride it out. I don't know whether we can do something as a community, try and raise some money for the boxers who sort of, I don't know. I think you just have to knock on doors and get the sponsors going and try and keep yourself like that, going like that. Other than that, it's a new sort of, it's a new area for me, really. It's for everyone.
Yeah, no, true. Let's move away from the coronavirus and everything surrounding it. Roger Mayweather, it's very sad news broke out last week. The passing away of Roger Mayweather, somebody who sort of was there with Floyd Mayweather from the start, and was there towards the end as well, and somebody who was a great fighter himself. Just give me your thoughts on the passing away of Roger Mayweather.
He's an absolute legend. I think it was a big impact in the sport because of what he's done. Like everyone watched Mayweather and it was like the birth of Mayweather come through like Roger really. I mean, obviously his dad had a massive amount to do with it, but when he come to the professionals, he fell out with his dad and he went with Roger, and Roger did the pads, and that's where all the pad works come from now. You see everyone doing it, and it basically was like from him, and from watching Mayweather, watching the 24/7s and everything, you seen the pad work going off, and everyone sort of got on the back of it. So he's been a massive influential coach in the game. Like he's changed a lot of people's mindsets, and he's affected a lot of coaching techniques and everything. Like he's put his own spin on it, and everyone else is like, "Boom, this is what we want to do." Do you know what I mean? So, like, it's sad. It is sad. It's sad. I mean, to lose anyone like that it does affect the boxing world a little bit.
Moving on from there, let's talk about boxing that happened previously before this whole coronavirus pandemic. Tyson Fury going out to Las Vegas, putting on a massive performance against Deontay Wilder. Just talk to me about that. I spoke to a lot of people before the fight, and not a lot of people had Tyson Fury winning the way he won. He was so dominant, and he basically stopped Wilder from doing anything to his strengths. What did you make of Tyson Fury's performance?
Unbelievable. Like, stayed up and watched it and just thought, whoa. When it happened, I was like, whoa, it's mad. Like, he said he was going to do it, and he just went out and did it. Not many people can do that. And the way he did it as well was just, it was levels. Like, he just took Deontay Wilder out, like, took him out. A lot of people see Tyson Fury doesn't punches and everything like that, but listen, he showed everything. Like, he showed he can do everything. He showed the last fight he can box, and this fight he can come forward and punch him. Deontay Wilder. It was a special performance.
100%. Straight after the fight, I think Eddie Hearn was sort of promoting it straight away. It was a future fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. You've seen Joshua you've seen Joshua many a times. You've been, he's part of your matchroom stable. You've seen Tyson Fury's prominence. You've seen him go to the lowest and then go to the highest as he has. If that fight was to happen this year, and say Joshua does beat Pulev and he beats him convincingly, how does that fight play out in your eyes?
See, at the moment with the performances, I think I'd hedge my bets on Fury at the moment, just purely because of the performance against Wilder. Joshua's last performance was a very good game plan. He boxed excellently. He just kept on the back foot and didn't let Andy Ruiz get anywhere near him. But he got a little bit more of a, I'd not say a tougher test, because Ruiz was a man, but I think Pulev brings a different side. Like he's a little bit taller than Andy Ruiz. He's there. He's got a little bit better footwork. He looks like he's training. I've seen a few clips of him. Looks like he's training hard. So if Joshua dismantles Pulev in a good fashion, that sets the Fury fight up massively. I mean, obviously, Fury's tied in with a Wilder thing again, isn't he?
Yeah. I think they're saying now it might possibly be in October now.
So there you are. That's he's got to come through that again. Which I think he does. I think he's got Wilder's number, mentally and physically. But that fight with Joshua and Fury just needs that. It's unbelievable. That just sell any stadium out because anyway.
What do you make of Tyson Fury's style? He's 6'9", I think, or 6'7", 6'9". Moves very, very light. He moves like a welterweight. Moves someone in your division or even lighter. The way he moves his feet. What do you put that down to? Is that just natural talent?
It's talent, you know what it is. It takes an athletic man to move like that. Sometimes you look at him and think, oh, he's not the most athletic looking, but honestly, like to move like that for how many rounds he moved for against Wilder and the way he can do it, and coming in out and throw the feints to the shoulders and stuff. It's just, he has got a lot of talent, like natural talent is there. Do you know what I mean? Like don't just get that rhythm talent. And I mean, I believe in natural talent because I think some people can do certain things, and mechanically that's just it's simple to do, but you get another person to try and do it and they can't do it, do you know what I mean? Like, it's when someone's a good dancer, you can't teach a person who's got no rhythm to dance, because rhythm's natural. So if you've got natural rhythm, you can teach them basics and teach them how to move, but you can't naturally, do you know what I mean? You get boxers who's come forward, hands up, and is going to steamroll you. You could never teach them to go on the back foot and start moving their heads and dipping and diving. You could do a certain point, but you couldn't teach them to do it the way Tyson Fury does it. You know what I mean? Like ride shots, turn his head for a heavyweight. He's got such natural talent. It's unbelievable.
Another fight I wanted to ask you about, somebody who's got a vast amount of natural talent, somebody who's been the undisputed cruiserweight champion, is Alexander Usyk. He's moving over to the heavyweight division. He fought once against Chaz Witherspoon, beat him, but now he's fighting someone like Chisora. What do you make of Alexander Usyk moving to the heavyweight division?
He's one of the most skilled cruiserweights, but is a heavyweight. I don't know why I'm doubting him, because I don't know. I'm not sure. I think Chisora's going to cause him a lot of problems. We're going to see a lot of problems being caused in that fight there for him, because Chisora's a big, strong, heavy geezer who's just going to come forward, and you can't gain his respect. He's just going to steamroll you. So that's just one of them. Can he earn the heavyweight's respect? If he can, then he's in a good position. But if he can't, then he's just going to get. I think he's going to get took in it. I'm not sure. I mean, it's just heavyweight's just strong geezers, mate. That's a big. I mean, he's a decent size. He's a big cruiserweight, but he's not like a big heavyweight. So he needs to pack a little bit with a stinging punch. I think he's naturally unbelievably talented, movement, and his concentration's on point. But I think someone like Chisora can upset the game plan 100%.
A final question I wanted to put out to you, and something that's seemed to have irked a lot of boxers, a lot of people in the boxing industry. WBC with VADA testing put a tweet saying that they're going to sort of lessen the amount of testing they're doing this period because of the virus. I think UKAD did that a couple of weeks ago, saying we're going to lessen it, and then I seen something from David Caldwell saying why are they putting out tweets like this, because it only gives the cheaters more chance to cheat. I seen a lot of other people tweeted. I think Michael Conlon might have tweeted something out as well. What do you make of that whole situation?
Mad. I think that's a silly thing. It's to release. I think if you want to less the testing, don't even let people know you want to less the testing. Keep them on the toes and just naturally test them less, and then people would still be thinking, oh, I don't know whether we're going to come around and test this. So the cheaters would naturally not take a risk, but now they're thinking, well, yeah, I've got maybe 4 or 5 months here where the testing is not going to be on point, so we're gonna start this, and we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna do this, and if they can get to different places where it's less likely testers can come test them, then they're gonna be there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's a corrupt sport. Like, drugs in boxing should just be a no. Like that's bad. Like the drugs what can help your performance is. I mean, you're in there fighting people. You could potentially kill someone, and that's not good for anybody. That's not good for the sport at all. Like that's a sad time when someone dies or someone else taking performance enhancing drugs. I don't think you're going to stop it, but putting a statement like that is only going to enhance it. Do you know what I mean? Like, what about if you're sitting there thinking, well, there's definitely no chance of these testing is here, so I'm just going to keep them in confinement in my home, take the drugs, whatever I want to take, train, and come back here then. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just thinking to yourself, this is crazy. Just don't release a statement and just keep people on the toes. I don't know why they didn't do that.
The problem with that is boxing seems to be riddled with drugs anyway. Because I've spoken to your trainer Adam Booth about the whole situation, especially after Jarrell Miller tested positive for all them drugs, and he's very much an advocate of sort of everyone getting together, all the sort of boxing promoters, the sanctioning bodies, everyone get together and build a one plan, because it seems like people are maybe looking at loopholes as well. You're a boxer, you're in this industry, you're the one that takes the punches, we sit on the other side and just ask you questions. For you, it must just be a different level of frustration when when something as silly as this is done by somebody or by an organisation that's quite big.
It's just that, because like seeing a couple of months' time, or how many months' time we're going to fight, people you might see people performing well above their natural capability, and you think to yourself, "Whoa, what's happened here?" Like he's had these couple of months off. What's happened? He's coming back like a beast. I don't know. It's a little chance, but the only way you're going to stop drugs in boxing, and I mean, especially in boxing, you have to put a really harsh sort of punishment, in a sense. Like if you get caught, you could do a sentence or something. And I think that would start thinking. A lot of people start thinking, "Whoa, what you going to send? I'm going to do a sentence for taking some pets when I could just train naturally, like everyone, the majority of the people do."
Yeah.
You might and then you got you get the world title stage and whatever else, and if you fight someone who's there, who's on it, and they beat you because of that little extra percent they've got, maybe in the last couple of rounds or whatever, and you think to yourself, that's, and you sat there, your face is all bashed up and that, and you think to yourself, well, this is not fair. You know what I mean? This is not fair. This sport needs to be sorted out, like that side of it. It should be a level playing field for everyone, but unfortunately it's not. And statements like that are not going to help anything. Like, they should have just kept everyone on the toes, and just said, listen, we're not going to release anything, but we'll just keep it in house, that we're not going to test a lot more people because of the situation, but we're not going to release a statement like that. It is what it is, really.
Finally, Josh, I'm going to leave you there, but just a bit of positivity to the people that are watching. Just give them a last bit of positivity message, and then I'll let you go.
Well, if any's baking any cakes or got any cake ideas, send them over, because I'm happy to challenge someone on that. I'm going to go live with Mick Conlon, and I'm going to, I don't know if he wants that smoke, but I'm going to bring it on the baking challenge there. And anyone got any good workouts to do, anything like that, send them over, because I'm going to switch my training up, because the treadmill and the bag will get very boring month after month. So send your best things over to us, and I'll try and get back to you.
Cool. Josh Keddy, I always appreciate the time that you give to myself. Thank you very much for talking to Pro Box fans. I do appreciate that, man. Top man. Thank you very much.
Thank you, bro.